You know that coffee you bought this morning? Seemed a bit more expensive, right? You probably shrugged it off. Inflation. Whatever. But what if I told you that extra 25 cents is a ghost? A ghost from ancient Rome. A ghost from 18th century France and the British Empire just 100 years ago. See, as an economic historian, my job is basically watching the same movie on repeat, just with different actors and costumes. And the plot is always the same. Empires rise. They get powerful. They get rich. And then they make a fatal mistake with their money. Every single time. Let's rewind. Picture ancient Rome. They built aqueducts, roads, had the most powerful army on earth. Their coin, the denarius, was the dollar of its day. Trusted everywhere. But financing an empire is expensive. Wars don't pay themselves. So the emperors got a clever idea. They started clipping coins. Literally, shaving a little silver off the edge of each one, melting down the shavings to make new coins. More coins. Problem solved, right? Wrong. People aren't stupid. They realized their coins were lighter, less pure. Confidence evaporated. The value of their money collapsed. This is a core lesson in financial history. When trust dies, the currency dies with it. Fast forward. The British Empire. The pound sterling, backed by the gold standard, dominated the globe. But 2 world wars created a debt crisis they couldn't escape. They spent more than they had, abandoned the gold backing, and slowly the world's trust shifted. The movie has the same script. An empire overspends. It can't tax its people more, so it turns to the sneakiest tax of all: inflation. It's simple, really. Imagine there are only 100 apples in the world and $100. Each apple costs $1. Now a central bank, like the Federal Reserve, creates another $100 out of thin air to fund government spending. They call this modern monetary policy. Are there more apples? No. Just more paper chasing the same stuff. So the price of each apple doubles to $2. The apples didn't get more valuable. Your dollar just got worth half as much. It's a slow-motion theft of your savings. And this brings us to today, to this cup of coffee, to the US dollar. After World War II, America was the last man standing. The dollar became the world's reserve currency. Oil was priced in it, international trade ran on it. For 70 years, it's been the backbone of the global economy. But the movie is playing again. Look at the US national debt. It's not just a big number, it's a mathematical absurdity. We've been running massive deficits for decades. Remember the financial crisis of 2008? The system almost broke. The solution? Print trillions. They called it quantitative easing, to sound sophisticated. It was the modern version of coin clipping. Then COVID, another crisis. The money printer went into overdrive. And the rest of the world is noticing. This isn't just an economic documentary. It's a live geopolitical event. Nations like China and Russia are actively building systems to trade outside the dollar. Central banks around the globe are buying physical gold at the fastest rate in 50 years. They're quietly hedging their bets, preparing for a post-dollar world. This isn't about predicting a recession or an overnight economic collapse. It's about recognizing a pattern that is as old as money itself. Empires don't usually die in a blaze of glory. They decay from the inside out, starting with their currency. The dollar in your wallet feels permanent, stable. But every major currency in history felt permanent right before it wasn't. Fiat currency systems have a perfect failure rate, 100%. The question isn't if the dollar's dominance will end. The only question history leaves us with is when. So when you buy your coffee tomorrow, and it costs another nickel more, Don't just shrug. Ask yourself, am I hearing the echoes of history? And more importantly, what am I going to do about it?